Welcome back to the guidance of the light. Chosen one, stop what you are doing and pay attention. What I am about to share with you is not information you stumbled upon by chance. You have been called to this moment by forces beyond your understanding, by timing that was set in motion long before you clicked, long before you searched, long before you even realized you were seeking. There is no such thing as random encounters in the kingdom of heaven. Every divine connection is intentional. Every spiritual alignment is purposeful. And this one is no different. You are standing in what the ancients called Kairos time. Not chronological time where minutes tick by on a clock, but appointed time where heaven breaks into earth, where the eternal invades the temporal, where what was spoken over you in secret is now ready to manifest in the open. Ecclesiastes 3:1 declares that to everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. Beloved, your season is here. Your time has arrived, the waiting is ending. Listen carefully to what the Spirit is saying. The promise that seemed delayed was not denied. Habakkuk 2-3 reminds us that the vision awaits its appointed time. Though it lingers, wait for it will certainly come and will not delay. Even when heaven moves suddenly, it is never random. The timing is always perfect, always precise, always exactly when you are ready to receive it. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, something divine is beginning to unfold, not in theory or imagination, but in reality, in the tangible realm where you live and breathe and make decisions. What I am declaring over you is already in motion. Heaven has initiated a process that cannot be stopped, reversed, or postponed. And it begins at a place you might not expect. It begins at your crown. When God intervenes in a human life, nothing remains unchanged. This is not wishful thinking. This is spiritual law. When divine purpose activates, transformation flows from the highest point downward, from the crown through the mind, from thought into action, from the internal to the external. Your crown is not merely the top of your head. In the spirit realm, it represents your thoughts, your identity, your authority, your spiritual covering. And right now, at this very moment, heaven is touching your crown with deliberate intention. What appears physical carries profound spiritual significance. Your crown has become a prophetic sign, a point of contact where the natural and supernatural intersect. The deepest changes rarely announce themselves with noise or fanfare. They begin quietly in hidden places beneath the surface. Before circumstances shift, mindsets shift. Before breakthroughs manifest externally, alignment happens internally. Before doors open in your career, your relationships, your finances, heaven adjusts the place where identity and direction converge. That place is your crown. And I am telling you with prophetic certainty, you are being touched right now. Let me share something personal, not from theology books or second-hand stories, but from lived experience. There was a season in my journey when everything felt misaligned, even when externally it appeared successful. Opportunities presented themselves, but they carried no peace. Doors opened, but walking through them felt heavy. Conversations happened, but they left me feeling more empty than fulfilled. I would look in the mirror and not recognize the person staring back at me, not physically, but spiritually. Something fundamental had shifted out of place, though I could not articulate what it was or why it happened. I tried everything to fix it. I changed my routine. I read more. I prayed longer. I fasted. I sought counsel, but nothing seemed to touch the root of what was wrong. Then one evening during prayer, not during some powerful worship service or spiritual conference, but alone in my room in an ordinary moment. I felt something I will carry with me forever. A gentle warmth settled on the top of my head. It was not dramatic. It was not accompanied by thunder or angelic choirs. It was soft, steady, undeniable, like a hand resting on my crown with perfect gentleness and perfect authority at the same time. I did not immediately understand what was happening, but I knew something divine had just occurred, and in the days and weeks that followed, everything began to realign. It started subtly. My thoughts cleared first. The mental fog that had clouded my judgment began to lift. My decisions sharpened. Choices that once paralyzed me with anxiety suddenly became clear. My emotions stabilized. The mood swings, the unpredictable reactions, the emotional exhaustion all began to settle into a steady peace I had not experienced in years. It was as though God had reached down and untangled something at the very root of my being. And once that root was set right, my entire life followed that internal adjustment. That is when I understood a profound truth. God does not always start where we think he should start. We want him to fix our circumstances first. We want the job, the relationship, the breakthrough, the financial miracle. But God, in his wisdom, often starts at a place we overlook. He starts at the crown. He starts with our thoughts, our identity, our spiritual alignment, because he knows that if the foundation is not right, we cannot sustain what he wants to give us. That is what is happening to you now. Heaven is restoring you from the crown downward, initiating a cascade of transformation that will touch every area of your existence. When your crown is touched, alignment returns to your entire being. Your vision becomes clear, not just spiritually, but practically. You begin to see opportunities you missed before. You recognize patterns you overlooked. You discern motives you once misread. Your thoughts begin to purify. Not because you are trying harder to think positive thoughts, but because the source of your thoughts is being cleansed. The mental chaos that once consumed you, the racing thoughts that kept you awake at night, the anxious spirals that hijacked your peace, all of that starts to quiet down, not by force, but by divine intervention. You begin hearing the voice of God more distinctly, not as a loud, audible voice, but as that gentle knowing that rises within your spirit. You sense his leading with less confusion, less second-guessing, less analysis paralysis. You recognize divine direction without needing 10 confirmations and 5 fleeces. Your discernment sharpens, your intuition strengthens, your spiritual antenna becomes more sensitive to what is of God and what is not. Your crown is not decorative or cosmetic. It is functional and strategic. It is spiritual headquarters, the command center of your entire being. And because of that truth, it has been under calculated, persistent, strategic attack. Think about it. Stress did not hit you randomly. It was aimed. Exhaustion was not coincidental. It was orchestrated. Shame did not just happen. It was planted. Comparison, worry, fear, confusion, all of these were precision strikes designed to knock you out of alignment, to cloud your vision, to weaken your spiritual authority, to keep you from stepping into what God has prepared for you. The enemy understood something many believers miss. If he could keep your crown under constant assault, if he could keep your thoughts in turmoil, your emotions unstable, your identity uncertain, he could delay your destiny indefinitely. Because nothing moves forward in your life when your mind is in chaos. No doors open when your thoughts are clouded. No assignments are fulfilled when your identity is shaken. That is why the warfare has been so intense at the level of your mind. It was never about you being weak. It was about you being dangerous to the kingdom of darkness.
Chosen one, freeze. Do not move a muscle. Do not scroll past this frequency. I have a question that has been haunting you in the dead of night. A question you are too exhausted to ask aloud. Why are you running at full speed but getting nowhere? You have pushed. You have hustled. You have prayed until your throat was dry. You have done everything right according to the manual of success. And yet, you feel paralyzed. You feel like your feet are encased in concrete blocks. You watch others, people with half your integrity and a fraction of your anointing, sprint past you while you stand frozen in time. You call this delay. You call it stagnation. You call it the silent season. That is a lie. This is not a delay. This is a divine interception. You are not stuck. You are being contained. You have not hit a dead end. You have hit a security checkpoint. Heaven has authorized a lockdown on your life, not to punish you, but to upgrade you. You are trying to run a race, but God has pulled you into the pit stop because your engine is about to blow. If He allowed you to accelerate right now with your current internal operating system, you would not just crash, you would disintegrate. You are standing in what the ancients called kairos, but let us strip away the religious poetry and look at the mechanics. Chronos is the ticking clock, the time that kills you. Kairos is 0 hour. It is a vertical incision into time. It is the moment where human effort becomes mathematically zero and divine power becomes infinite. In this zone, your old resume does not matter. Your past hustle does not count. The universe has hit the pause button on your external reality because a massive overwrite is happening in your internal reality. And here is the controversial truth that most spiritual teachers are afraid to tell you. God does not care about your wallet right now. He cares about your crown. You are obsessed with the fruit, the job, the spouse, the house, the recognition. God is obsessed with the root, the head, Shutterstock, Kamphar. In the laws of spiritual physics, authority always flows downward. It is gravity. Psalm 133 describes the anointing flowing from the head down to the beard, down to the garments. It never flows up. You want the garment to change, your circumstances. But God is touching the head, your crown. The crown is not a piece of jewelry. It is your central command. It is the intersection of your identity, your authority, and your mental architecture. Right now, your crown is under construction. God is rewiring the neural pathways of your faith. He is performing open heart surgery on your belief systems. Why? Because a king with the mindset of a slave is a danger to his own kingdom. If God released the wealth to you right now, while your crown is crooked, that wealth would crush you. If God sent the divine partner to you right now, while your crown is misaligned, your insecurities would sabotage the union in a month. You are not waiting for a blessing, you are waiting for a new brain. The pressure you feel in your head, the fog, the heaviness, that is not depression. That is the pressure of a download that is too big for your current bandwidth. You are being reformatted. The old software of fear, scarcity, and people-pleasing is being uninstalled, and until the installation is complete, the vehicle is not allowed to move. So stop fighting the paralysis. Stop trying to kick down doors that God has double-locked for your protection. You are in the chair. The surgeon is working. The paralysis is the anesthesia. Let him finish the work on your crown. Because when this lockdown lifts, you won't be walking, you will be ruling. Lie still. Let the silence of the room wrap around you. We need to deconstruct a myth that has kept you spiritually immature for years. You have been taught that when God touches you, it feels like a warm blanket. You have been told it feels like emotional ecstasy, like tears of joy, like a fuzzy comfort in your chest. That is the kindergarten of faith. When you reach the level of the crown, the sensation changes entirely. It does not feel like heat. It feels like ice. It feels like cold clarity. We are talking about a neural reboot. You have been begging God to change your circumstances. You have been screaming at the gates of heaven to fix your bank account, to fix your marriage, to fix your career. And heaven has been silent. Why? Because God is too wise to repair the kingdom while the king is insane. You are the governor of your reality. Your crown, your mind, your identity, your thought architecture is the government. If the governor is chaotic, the city will burn. If the governor is insecure, the economy will crash. If the governor is fearful, the borders will be breached. God is not going to send resources to a ruler who cannot even rule their own nervous system. He is bypassing your external problems to perform emergency surgery on your internal command center. And this process is not emotional, it is surgical. Let me describe the moment it happens. It is not usually in a church altar call. It is in the bathroom at 2 a.m., under the harsh light of the vanity mirror. You look at your reflection. For years, when you looked in that mirror, you saw fear. You saw a victim. You saw someone scrambling to survive, desperate for approval, terrified of the future. But then, the reboot hits, the fog in your brain, that thick, heavy smoke of anxiety that you have lived with for a decade, suddenly evaporates. It doesn't drift away, it snaps out of existence. You look into your own eyes, and you see a stranger. You see a glint of steel that wasn't there yesterday. The panic is gone. The what-ifs are silenced. The desperate need to call a friend and vent is deleted. You feel a terrifying stillness. It is so quiet inside your head that you almost think something is wrong. You check your pulse. You are alive. But the old you, the one who was addicted to drama, the one who thrived on chaos, is dead on the floor. This is the coronation. The crown has been reset. The king has returned to the throne. And the first sign of this neural reboot is the surgical decision. In the past, making a decision was torture for you. You agonized. You flip-flopped. You asked 10 different people for advice because you didn't trust your own authority. You were terrified of making a mistake. But under this new operating system, your yes becomes a sword, and your no becomes a shield. You find yourself cutting things off with zero emotion. That relationship that has been draining you for 5 years, you don't cry about it anymore. You don't write long paragraphs explaining your feelings. You simply sever the tie, cut, done. That job that has been disrespecting your value, you don't complain about it. You hand in your resignation, cut, done. That bad habit that you couldn't break, you stop it. Today, cut, done. People will look at you and say you have become cold. They will say you have become heartless. They will say you've changed. You're not the nice person you used to be. Let them say it. They are mistaking your peace for arrogance. They are mistaking your authority for coldness. What they are seeing is a human being who has stopped apologizing for their existence. They are seeing a governor who has finally taken control of the territory. This is the controversial truth. God's highest form of love is not always warmth. Sometimes it is precision. He loves you too much to let you keep living in the fog. He loves you too much to let you be ruled by your emotions. So, he freezes the chaos. He numbs the unnecessary feelings so you can finally think with the mind of Christ. You are experiencing the silence of a mind that is no longer at war with itself. Do not be afraid of this new version of you. The stranger in the mirror is the person you were always meant to be before the world broke you. The fear is gone because the upgrade is complete. The emotions are stable because the governor is sober. You are now operating with the efficiency of a spiritual machine. No more wasted energy, no more wasted tears. Just pure, cold, divine purpose. Breathe. Inhale the silence. Exhale the noise of the battlefield. We must address the violence that has been happening between your ears. We need to talk about the siege. You have been asking, why is my mind under such heavy attack? Why can't I just have a peaceful day? Why does anxiety hunt me down the moment I try to rest? You think you are having a mental health crisis. You think you are just stressed about money or relationships. No. You are surviving an assassination attempt. Let's look at the enemy's strategy with cold military logic. A sniper does not aim for the foot. A sniper does not aim for the hand. A sniper aims for the head. The enemy has not been attacking your finances. He has been attacking your focus. He has not been attacking your health. He has been attacking your hope. Why? Because the kingdom of darkness knows a secret that you forgot. If he can take out the command center, the rest of the body will fall without him firing a single shot. If he can make you doubt your identity, he doesn't have to stop your destiny. You will stop it yourself. If he can plant a seed of imposter syndrome in your crown, you will hand over your own keys. If he can keep you paralyzed in a loop of, I'm not good enough, he keeps the throne empty. The stress wasn't random. The comparison trap wasn't an accident. The sudden waves of depression were not biological glitches. They were precision airstrikes on your crown. He is terrified of what happens if you ever actually realize who you are. He knows that a clear-minded, fully aligned chosen one is a weapon of mass destruction to his kingdom. So, he laid siege to your mind to keep the king confused. But tonight, the siege is broken. God is flipping the board. The tables are turning so violently that it will make your head spin. Not with confusion, but with victory. You are entering a season of psychological reversal. Do you know what the first sign of this victory is? Laughter. The things that used to keep you awake at 3 a.m. The scenarios that used to make your heart race. The fears that used to strangle your peace. Suddenly, they will look ridiculous. You will look at the giants that terrified you last month, and you will realize they were just shadows on the wall. You will look at the mountains you thought you couldn't climb, and realize they were just speed bumps. God is restoring your mind, but He isn't just bringing you back to normal. He is upgrading you to elite discernment. This is your new weapon, and this is where it gets controversial. You are becoming a human lie detector. As your crown is restored, your spiritual vision is shifting into X-ray mode. You are going to start seeing people, really seeing them for the first time. You will look at a friend and suddenly see the jealousy they have been hiding behind a smile for 10 years. You will hear a compliment and instantly feel the manipulation underneath it. You will walk into a room and know exactly who is for you and who is secretly praying for your downfall. This clarity will be jarring at first. It might even hurt. But it is necessary. And here is the social physics of your restoration. The toxic will self-deport. You won't have to fight to remove bad people from your life anymore. You won't have to have dramatic breakups or arguments. Your atmosphere will do the work for you. When you carry the weight of truth, it creates spiritual pressure. People who are living in lies cannot breathe in your presence. People who are operating in manipulation will feel physically uncomfortable around you. They will leave. They will ghost you. They will find reasons to be offended. Let them go. Do not chase them. Do not ask why. They are not leaving because you are difficult. They are leaving because your crown is reflecting a light that burns their demons. They are leaving because they cannot manipulate a king who knows he is a king. The trash is taking itself out. The scaffolding is falling away so the true structure can be revealed. So, as you lay your head down tonight, realize that the headache is gone. The confusion is lifting. The enemy's sniper has missed. Your mind is no longer a battlefield. It is a fortress. Your thoughts are no longer enemies. They are allies. The siege is over. The gates are open. Rest now in the safety of your own sanity. We have reached the final coordinates. The divine interception is lifted. The neural reboot is active. The siege is broken. Now we initiate the authority transfer. Brace yourself, because what comes next is not comfort. It is acceleration. You have been praying for the breakthrough. You have been begging for the floodgates to open. But you have not understood the physics of what you are asking for. Here is the cold, hard law of the kingdom. Power does not flow to need. Power flows to order. You have wondered why your finances have been chaotic. You have wondered why opportunities slip through your fingers like sand. You blame the economy. You blame the devil. Blame your crown. Money is a current. Influence is a weight. If you pour high-voltage electricity into a wire that is frayed, you do not get power. You get a fire. If God gave you the millions you prayed for while your mind was still filled with anxiety, that money would not bless you. It would fund your destruction. It would amplify your insecurity. It would turn your fears into reality. Chaos repels prosperity. Order attracts sovereignty. This is why the lockdown was necessary. God had to stabilize your crown so that when the weight of glory lands on you, your neck does not snap. And now, the warning. Do not dare ask for the throne if you are not ready to rule. There is nothing more dangerous than a king who still thinks like a slave. Power without character is not a blessing. It is a curse. Promotion without mental stability is not a reward. It is a trap. Look at the lottery winners who destroy their lives in a year. Look at the celebrities who crumble under the lights. They had the crown, but they didn't have the order. God loves you too much to let you be one of them. He loves you too much to answer a prayer that would kill you. But tonight, the test is over. The surgeon has stepped back from the table. The crown is straight. The mind is clear. The noise is gone. You are now a vessel capable of carrying high voltage. And because your internal world is finally in order, your external world is about to explode with provision. You won't have to chase it anymore. You won't have to manipulate it. You won't have to hustle for it. It will hunt you down, because you are now a magnet. You are now a safe place for resources to land. You are no longer a chaotic variable. You are a fixed point of authority. The transfer is happening while you sleep. The mantle is being placed on your shoulders. The keys are being put in your hand. Do not wake up tomorrow as a beggar. Do not wake up as a victim. Wake up as the governor of your reality. Now we must seal this transaction. We must notify the spiritual realm that the installation is complete and the vessel is ready for the pour. I need you to leave a mark in the digital atmosphere. Do not just think it. Command it. Go to the comments right now. Establish your decree. Type the command code. My crown is set. Tell the universe that the chaos is over. Tell the enemy that the king is seated. Or, if you are ready to receive the full weight of your assignment, type authority restored. The work is done. The wait is over. The acceleration begins now. Sleep well, Your Majesty.